listening to The Nasty Table, the premier source for tabletop role-playing actual play. Now come on in, relax, and pull up a seat to The Nasty Table. On the last episode of 12 Gauge,
looking for information on that symbol.
Corner of St. Philip and Domain. There's a blue shop. Tonton View will help you. Le Marc du Bani. This mark burned on those who run.
So I find one of these, I get rid of the mark.
What do you think I'm upset about? That I had to go away again. Pierce, I lost my fucking job.
Come on, we can go to the courthouse tomorrow if you want, and then we can celebrate when we have the money.
Share a kiss, and you look at her. This is just something I can lose. This is an email from Stacy McNair at rolloverpetgrooming.com. There's a folded note in the book.
Do you offer piano lessons? I mentally prepare myself, and I'm gonna hop on the ladder and start climbing down.
Another day in paradise. Pretty girls piss harder. It's true, they do. They really, really do.
Keeping that in for the episode opening.
I'm kind of curious. How do you guys like vignettes? Do you guys feel pressured by vignettes?
A little bit of both, honestly, because I feel like I kind of have an idea of what I want to do, but I never know how shit could hit the fan during one of these vignettes and just throw my entire thought sideways. Or like change the entire aspect of it and go like completely left field.
Yeah.
Like I do enjoy like listening to them, but when I'm in the moment, I'm like
Is the ending to Sopranos really that bad?
No.
Okay. Great.
No. It was I liked the ending.
I've heard a lot of people who watch it to the end, they go, that's fucking it.
That's because they're stupid. People have no idea of being able to digest and interpret media in their own viewpoint. Everybody is so obsessed with this idea that every single piece of media needs to have an answer, and like a objectively correct answer. So like when you have directors and writers and you know, these creators who are making pieces of media that don't have a clear-cut conclusion, for some reason, if your IQ is under a certain threshold, that drives you insane.
What about Thrones, though?
I don't care. That's a completely different fucking conversation. That's just a bad ending.
Okay.
Not an ending that's up to interpretation.
The show wrote it.
Yeah.
I'm specifically saying when like a show or movie or TV show has like an ambiguous ending. It's like it's up for you to decide what happens. You know?
Yeah, I don't hate that.
People hate that. That drives people nuts.
You know, it's human nature. The reason a song gets stuck in your head is because your brain sees it as a puzzle that's unsolved.
I guess. But I think that people because
just because you have cum in your balls and you can accept an open-ended ending.
When I encounter in the wild an open-ended ending, I interpret it and I say that's what must have happened. My favorite movie ever,
Forrest Gump. Yeah, I get it.
John Carpenter's The Thing has one of the most historically ambiguous endings ever. But if you watch the movie, you can come to a pretty understandable conclusion, you know. I don't know. You guys want to talk about endings? How do you want this to end? Write me an ending for G-Cell. How would it end?
We're all holding hands and then we get eaten by a
I'm winning
monster.
the lottery and peacing out. End of the day.
We're sitting on the table and like we're all running out of oxygen and shit, and when I'm going, Shell City.
We did good for a couple of goofballs.
And then the lamp starts fucking smoking, and then the water things go off, and it saves us. And me and Patrick jump off the John, and we get out of there.
Realistically, though, let's say that we stick with these characters until the wheels fall off. What would be a satisfying ending?
Ooh, I think we all die at different times, honestly.
I don't think there is one.
Yeah.
I don't think this is like the type of business you get into.
Yeah, I think the end was 40 sessions ago.
Like,
you got fucking sent our first opera.
You either die on the job or you die in a fashion where
it's easier to just die on the job.
No?
You either die on the job or
you got an
Pierce comes into
opportunity
your
to make
house
it
and
look
smokes
like you died on the job.
What, G-Cell goes to Cancun? Everybody fakes their death?
Not like,
Argentina.
not like that. Like through means that seem unsurvivable. Through means that you would think you wouldn't be able to survive.
I could take us all to Bali.
One or all of us are able to, and can essentially get back to where we came from. But that's not the. I mean, the good shit is we lose our minds. That's the good shit.
Bro,
man.
I know what happens. I know what happens.
AWOL.
That's the good stuff.
I mean,
the ending.
so like for me, I've only ridden a program-based Delta Green campaign until the wheels fell off one time. All the Delta Green campaigns that I've gone through and went through, they came to conclusions, but they weren't parts of the program. You know, LFECU, SVPD, FCEL we never got to the end of. The only program-based Delta Green campaign that came to a conclusion ran by me was KCEL, and they all died. They all died.
So was FCEL... You ran FCEL not as shotgun scenarios. You ran FCEL as...
All my written stuff.
Okay, so it had, like... What were those vignettes like?
Much the same as these. We did vignettes.
Yeah, there were.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were almost shotgun scenarios, but you were, like, on and off the same job? Or no?
The only difference between shotgun scenarios and regular scenarios is shotgun scenarios are designed to be finished quicker.
Gotcha. And we suck at that.
Not really. I wouldn't say so.
We knocked out ours in
6 sessions?
3 to 4 sessions.
I thought it was 6.
It might have been, but it included theirs.
Yeah, that you have to, whatever amount of time it took you guys should be cut in half, realistically.
Think 3 hours. The shotgun scenario should be 3 to 4 hours, in my opinion, if it's good.
Well, our second scenario took us a while.
Ideesthesia.
It took us...
Let me get a recap of the last session. We had 1.5 vignettes. So, deep beneath Daffin Preschool and Childcare, Agent Gallion finds himself in front of a fax machine holding a piece of paper. With your feet touching green shag carpet 3 doors to your right and the stairs from which you came to your left, I ask, what do you do?
Are the doors labeled?
The doors, like I mentioned last session, are labeled with this gold, large, embossed lettering. The one farthest to the left reads 1, the one in the middle 2, and the one farthest to the right reads 3.
I'm going to go to door 3.
Stepping up to door 3, and you can see now these doors, like I mentioned, they look heavy, but they have these thick glass windows that you can see in. Like on the metal door itself, and it looks like it's got that cross pattern, like it's reinforced glass, and you can see inside. What do you do?
I'm going to look in first.
Looking inside, you see what looks like a rectangular object covered beneath a plastic tarp. Green, crinkly plastic tarp covering something rectangular, maybe 5 or so feet into the room.
All right. I'm going to open the door.
Open the door, and you can see, now that you get a little bit closer, there are a series of cables that extend out from whatever's underneath this tarp into a laptop that's standing on a small metal folding chair off to the left. The screen on the laptop is blank.
All right. Before I go in, I got my paper in hand. I want to go and I grab a pen or pencil, whatever was available on the desk.
Yep. Black pen.
Is there a clipboard anywhere?
Roll luck.
You're an asshole, dude. No, but there is some cardboard.
Fucking evil.
$10 on a 24.
There is a clipboard underneath the coffee mug that reads Another Day in Paradise. It sits atop a clipboard.
I'm going to grab it and put the paper on the clipboard, and I'm going to walk in.
Stepping in. Like I mentioned, this larger, maybe 7 or 8 feet wide rectangular object covered by a crinkly green tarp.
Can I go over to the laptop?
Yeah.
Scroll the mouse a little bit, get it to wake up.
Yeah, it looks like you can see the mouse moving on what looks like a black screen.
Makes sense.
There is a bar, vertical bar at the very, very top left that's blinking.
All right. I don't think I want to remove the tarp.
Okay.
I think I just want to kind of bang on the wall.
Yep.
Are the lights on in here?
There are lights in here, yes.
All right, then I'm going to shut the door behind me.
Okay.
And I'm going to bang on the wall.
Yep.
Hello?
No response.
I'm going to walk up to the rectangle.
Yep.
Bang on it a little bit. Hello?
Tap, 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 and you can hear a sloshing sound, but your hand hits something hard, like glass or maybe hard plastic. No response.
Can I look at the screen and see if I see anything?
Look over to the screen and you see 2 entries, one that reads hello in red text and one beneath it that reads hello in red text.
So you can hear me? Respond yes or no.
You see popping up on the terminal in red lettering YES.
I just have to ask you a couple questions, then I'll be on my way. Understand?
YES.
First question. To your knowledge, is Agent Seeger alive?
YES.
To your knowledge, is Agent Springsteen alive?
YES.
Describe Agent Seeger's hands.
Very quickly, the second that those words leave your lips, the terminal begins to get flooded. Black male, glove size, large, 10-inch, bitten fingernails, crooked left middle finger from break, closed in passenger door of navy blue 1971 hardtop Ford Mustang, Grande trim in the fall of 1986.
Jesus Christ. But it's all written on the screen, right?
Yes.
So can you help me write that down?
Black, male, glove size, large, / 10-inch,
Hold on.
bitten fingernails,
Okay.
crooked left middle finger from break.
Okay.
Closed in passenger door
Okay.
of navy blue 1971 hardtop Ford Mustang.
Closed in passenger door of navy blue 1971 Ford Mustang hardtop.
Hardtop Ford Mustang, comma, Grande trim. In fall of 1985.
1985. Describe Agent Springsteen's hands.
Caucasian male, glove size medium, 8.5 inches, yellow-brown fingernails, poor circulation to hands, wedding band tan line, bite mark on left distal phalange 3 from child 5 years and 1 month old, cold. Update question 2, no.
2 common no. Update question 2 no.
Update question 2, colon, no.
Okay. Did Agent Seeger or Agent Springsteen have knowledge of Sigil 37 prior to Operation Coal Burner?
N-O.
Did Agent Seeger or Agent Springsteen have knowledge of Sigil 38 prior to Operation Coal Burner?
N-O.
Did Agent Seeger or Agent Springsteen have knowledge of Mnemos 9 prior to Operation Coal Burner?
N-O.
I'm going to walk out, shut the door.
Walk out, shut the door.
I'm going to go over to the fax machine. I'm going to put what I wrote down on it. I dial 1, quick dial 1.
Mm-hmm.
Send it.
Feeds through, comes out the other end.
Sent.
Sent.
What time is it?
Looking at your phone, it is 1:45. 10 up.
I'm gonna hang out.
Hanging out.
I'm gonna hang out at the desk. I'm gonna try and access the portal from my phone. Put in my sick time.
Taking out your phone, you see that you have no cell service.
Ooh, brutal. All right. Do some light reading. Whatever I have downloaded on my device.
Yep.
With the intention of hanging out until I feel pretty good about all the kids being gone.
Roll human intelligence.
How much does Pierce know about kids?
He loves them.
It says your emails.
Ooh, 97 on a 53.
You're not sure when they would be gone for, so it's going to be up to you when you want to leave.
I want to start making my way out of here around 5:45.
So you're going to spend like 4 hours down here? 5 hours down here?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything that you do to pass the time?
Yeah, I'm going to do some light reading. God, I'm curious what the fuck is in there. Yeah, you know what? You know what, Joe? After about 2 hours of reading,
2 hours of reading.
curiosity is going to get the best of me.
What do you do?
I'm going to go back in there, and I got to see what is underneath that tarp. That green...
Stepping up to cell 3.
Yeah.
Roll alertness.
$84 on a 45.
Okay. You step inside to see the scene that I described. Something large and rectangular placed hidden beneath a crinkly green tarp. You see the terminal that you saw before has all of the same information that you've seen on it prior, except 5 additional lines that say, hello, hello, don't leave, kill me, kill me.
Has anything popped on the screen since I've opened the door?
No.
Ooh. Say hello.
Hello.
It responds back.
Yep. Red text reads on the screen.
Do I see any cameras, mics, anything like that around the room?
Well, I would say since you spent 2 hours in the room previous, you know for a fact that there's nothing there. Maybe bugs, but you're not sure. But in this room, you're just kind of taking a look around. You don't see any visible cameras.
I'm not pulling the tarp off. I just want to lift it up and sneak a peek.
Roll sanity. Fuck. You asked for it. Couldn't leave well enough alone. You could just leave well enough alone. You're allowed.
39 on a 62.
39 on a 62. You are still going to lose 2 points of sanity on a success.
Cool.
Because you see it is a fish tank. A large fish tank. And it's placed on a metal folding table. And just looking in, just taking a peek, you see floating in some liquid a brain with nerve endings and an entire nervous system connected to it. And what sends you down this horrible mental path is 2 floating eyeballs that just look at you.
Dropping the tarp. I'm walking out.
Walking out.
Do I see anything on the screen as I'm leaving?
Don't leave, don't leave, don't leave, don't leave, Don't leave. Don't leave. Don't leave. Don't leave.
I'm leaving.
Don't leave.
I'm leaving.
Close the door.
Yeah. Oh, God. It's disgusting. No, I'm not waiting. I'm going to door 1.
Yep.
Turning the lights off.
Next to this door, there is a switch that you flick.
Yes.
Pulling it, you hear a click.
Quickly, I'm going to door 2.
Yep.
I'm turning the lights off.
Pulling the switch, and you hear a click. Do you look inside either of them?
No.
Okay.
And I'm going to hightail it to the ladder.
Making your way to the ladder. Stepping quickly, you make your way to the ladder.
Climb up.
Begin climbing. As you're about halfway up, you hear this deep thudding sound from behind you. Climbing up out. Back to the red door.
Open her up.
Open the door. Back into that storage area that I mentioned with the stationary supplies and the canned food.
Yep. I'm going to shut it. I'm going to lock it.
Shutting it, locking it.
I'm gonna head to the reception desk.
Same woman is there as you come up, and she looks at you, still looking like exhausted, tired, listless.
Say, Joan,
She gives you a nod.
thank you. I'm going to hand her the key.
She takes the key, puts it into her pocket,
I'm leaving.
walking right out. How do you spend the next few months before you are given instruction in November?
Exactly as described before. Just trying to be normal.
Trying
Working on myself. Working on my relationship. Trying to make ends meet with only one income.
Okay. Beginning that process and going through it until on November the 5th, it's a Tuesday, you're given instruction, which I'm not going to tell you about
Got
just
it.
yet. So, which one of you monkeys wants to go next?
I'll go.
Let's sort through this stuff.
What if he gets arrested again? Was actually him this time?
I know what I want to do, but I forget like the official options. Can I see that again?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
So there was no further instruction. I was awaiting. That was it.
Yes.
Okay.
Dude, that was crazy.
So, we can basically, you can just tell me what you plan to do, and we can tie something to it. So,
Get out of jail.
at this point, Garfield, you are standing on the steps of the Hackensack Police
How
Department.
far is it from Grizz's pub?
Maybe 20-minute walk, 25-minute walk.
Yeah, I'll just walk over.
Begin making your way there.
While I'm walking there, I call Burke.
Call Dr. Berkey. You just told me to fucking hightail it. What do you want now?
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on there. I didn't know if anybody.
Are you fucking serious? What are you, a fucking maniac?
Fucking insano.
You
for
just threw a
for the listening audience.
I'm fucking 6 beers deep. You can't do that.
For the listening audience, Justin just hightailed a fucking high C into Tando's face.
Fastball.
He gave him a four-seamer.
I saw you fucking rear your elbow back, dude.
I shot putted it.
You threw a fucking overhand.
You gotta put a spin on it. You gotta throw it like a tomahawk. What a fucking maniac, dude. He just goes like, What the fuck's the matter with you?
It could not have
yo,
hit him more square in the face.
Can I have a short of the noise that made on the fucking mic? Just the fucking.
Can you rewind and listen to that?
Yeah.
That definitely hit
Alright,
the
hold
mic.
on,
Run
hold
that
on.
shit back.
I just want to hear the. School lunch turns into a food fight.
That's
Crazy.
horrible. That's horrible. Dr. Berkey.
Dr. Boyke. Yeah, I didn't know if anybody. I didn't know if anybody was those guys in the suits were gonna talk to me, but they kind of just fucked off. So I needed to just get you out of there for a second. But meet me at the pub.
Now I got fucking work to do. You pulled me away from some other stuff.
All right, if you got shit to do, I was just trying to buy you a beer after that. But if you got shit to do, we'll catch up another time.
Yeah, just give me a call, like, tomorrow, and we'll go out tomorrow.
All right, sounds good.
I love you, kid.
Thanks again. Love you too.
Click. Still going to Grizz's pub?
I'll go home now.
Going home?
Instead.
Okay. Making
yeah, the pub's not far.
making your way back to your house. You see the stairs leading up to your house. Jingles and Biscuits are actually waiting on the stoop after you drop them. And they scurried outside.
I give them pets.
Give them pets and they rub up against your hand.
Thank God you guys are all right. And then I go inside.
Walking inside to see a stack of boxes and luggage by the front door and your mother sitting at a table in the back. She looks up as you step in.
What are you doing?
You said you were done with all this, Vin. You said you made honest money. You said that you were doing right and you were doing good. Those are your things. I want you to leave. I tried my best. I really tried to be a good mother to you and to support you and to help you and be there for you. But time and time again, Vin, it's in and out and in and out and in and out and all this stuff. And I thought you were going straight. I thought you were going to be good. Get out. Take your things and get out.
All right, Ma. I understand. You don't gotta believe me. I know what it looks like. I'll still send you money from time to time.
I don't want any. I don't want any of your money, Vinny. I don't.
All right. He grabs his stuff and he gets out.
Not making any eye contact with you. She's just staring right at the table as you pick up a couple boxes, a couple things of a duffel bag, some luggage, walk outside. Cat's still there. What do you do?
Yeah, I'll just put everything in the car and the cats, and then we go to the pub.
Oh, you take the cats too?
Yeah.
Pick up the cats. Driving over to the pub. Driving over to Grizz's pub. Make your way there. Go inside.
Stop at the bank on the way. Withdraw a rack.
Okay. Taking out $1,000.
For the listening audience, a rack.
Come to register $1,000.
Yeah, and then I head to the pub.
Head to the pub, step inside to see Grizz behind the counter. Looks like he's tending. Not a lot of patrons in here. Some old guys that you've seen in here like time and time again, like regular guys. But for the most part, nothing out of the ordinary. Grizz looks up as you walk in. There's the man of the hour. How you doing, Vin?
Hey, can we head in the back for a second?
Yeah. And he points towards the old guys. Don't you go leaning over this counter, I swear to God. I'll fucking smack you again, John. Walks back into the back room. Shitty back room with like posters of Rocky Balboa and the safe in the back.
Before they head back, Finn buys everybody around that's there.
Yeah, buy around.
Hey, listen, man. Ma kicked me out. But I went there to get out anyway. It's for the best.
What'd she kick you out for?
You wouldn't even believe it. Last time I was in town, I got fixed for something I didn't even do.
And she kicked you out for that?
Yeah, she thinks I'm back in the biz, but I'm not even.
Oh, I could tell her that.
Nah, it's for the better if I don't have contact with her.
Alright, what do you need? You need a couch? You want to sleep here?
No.
I can fix you up. I got the Murphy bed.
Here's $1,000. I got the cats in the car. They're gonna live here now. Okay?
Okay, yeah, I can make do with that. Litter box.
And you just,
cat
you
toys,
let me know.
Cat food.
You send me the bill for all that.
Okay. You going somewhere?
I'll be checking in. You're gonna hear from me.
Alright, be
But if
careful.
my ma asks, you didn't see me.
Okay.
You don't know where I'm at.
Alright, yeah, whatever you want. You okay?
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Okay. Alright. Let me see the felines. Show me.
I go and get them.
Oh, what you doing?
Hey, yo, what's up, Toots?
Yeah, you hand out off the cats to Grizz, and you know one of them kind of bites him, and he kind of like shakes out his pinky. You need anything else, Finn?
I just want to chill. We just chill. I'll help you out at the bar for a little, you know.
Pull up a seat. Yeah, take it easy. The fight's about to start, too.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So yeah, you kind of fall in. You and Grizz just kind of enjoy each other's company, and at points maybe you do actually help out with some of the patrons and pour their drinks and stuff like that. But for the most part, what I want to know is, what do these next 5.5 months look like? Big picture stuff. We don't have to role play everything. What are you looking to do?
Vin's taking it easy with Grizz, and he's just, like, enjoying some semblance of normalcy.
So, where are you sleeping?
The pub.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been established that I have, like, a pull-out there that I'm always welcome.
Murphy bed. Yep. Yeah. So I would refer to this as...
My home now?
No, I'm thinking about the extension, the pursuit. I think this would be a return to nature. Falling back into the mold of your old life, letting the mundane mask the scent of all that you've experienced. So, what you need to do for this is reduce a non-Delta Green bond by 1. For this situation, I think it would make sense that it's your mom.
Yeah.
And then I need you to roll sanity for me.
Oh, please. 24.
24 on a...
52.
You are going to regain 2 points of sanity.
Yes.
Through these 5.5 months, your mother does not reach out to you. If you try to call her, she will make small talk and just try to almost like brush you off.
I don't even contact her.
Okay. She doesn't reach out to you. At one point, though, Dr. Berkey does come in and takes you up on the offer for that drink. And, he comes up to you like,
"You doing all right, kid?"
Yeah, everything's fine. Thank you again.
Listen, we don't even need to talk about it no
more. We're
more.
not gonna. And that's the way we do.
Okay. All right. Now listen. If you need me for anything else, as time goes on, just let me know. But that the eyebrow stuff, I don't need to know none of that.
Yeah, nah.
You played it good though. I'm proud of you.
You fucking listen. Having you there, it's easy.
Well, listen. If you ever...
Can you believe they tried to good cop, bad cop me?
Well, yeah, I can absolutely believe it. That's literally the first thing that they teach you. You and I could probably interview somebody better than those bozos anyway.
It was funny because I didn't do it, so I needed to know what they knew, so I was like...
Yeah, we're not talking about it no more.
Whatever, man. Let's just crank a few back and enjoy these fights.
Yeah. Oh, listen, can you put down a parlay for me?
Yeah.
going out into the night, enjoying beers and drinks and just kind of spending time. And it is actually genuinely nice to be in the company of people who accept you for you and like your company a lot. Anything else specific that you want to do in these 5.5 months?
The back room is like fucking kitted for the cats. Like they got like the jungle gym and shit.
They got like the stuff on the wall, like the different like cat shelves and stuff,
and
hammocks and stuff.
I would like to say that, or I would like to think that Grizz likes them just as much as Vinny.
Absolutely. And actually, like by month 4.5, some like Jingles is like sitting on the edge of the bar as people come in, and just like now it's like a bar cat.
Yeah, they're bar cats.
But it's nice enough. But eventually, November, you do get correspondence for another night at the opera. Our last vignette. Agent Gonzo. Your plane lands in Baltimore. What do you do?
First thing I do is I grab some lunch, try and sober up as absolute much as possible.
Roll a Constitution × 5 check.
You
You followed up. The last time we saw you, you were taking a shooter before you got on the plane.
Yeah. I'm using a program point for this.
I just got the worst notification ever that my mom is on TikTok.
22. I think it's 20. Yeah, 22 on a 65. So I'm not even gonna, but I'm gonna burn it. Yeah.
Sober.
Yeah, I eat lunch. Double check that I have everything, pistol all in kind of places it needs to be.
Yep.
Double checking I have the suppressor still, correct?
You do.
I throw that in, I go into the bathroom and I throw that in.
Trash can?
No, my luggage.
Ooh, okay, keeping it.
And then I call my dad.
Okay. Bring, bring, bring. Hey.
Hey, Dad.
What's up, John?
You think you can pick me up from the airport?
Yeah. Yeah, right now?
Yeah.
All right, I'm on my way. Click. Wait outside.
Yeah, I crutched my way over. I imagine I still have crutches or... You think they would have given me... wheelchair?
Not if you didn't ask for one.
No. I crutched my way out.
Crutch your way out. Some time does pass until your dad pulls up in like a nicer black Ford Focus, and he like opens up the passenger door when he sees you, and then he catches a look at your crutches and it gives you like a confused look.
Crazy jobs recently. Accident.
All right, hand me the crutches first.
Here.
And he stuffs them in the back seat, and you get in?
Yeah.
All right, so for these three guys in the listening audience, what does Johnny Walker's dad look like?
Mr. Walker.
Mr. Walker.
I don't know why.
I don't want to say like I would love to say like an old Leo now. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But he's got longer hair. He's like, he's honestly
Yes.
a moderate hippie at this point.
I picture
so-
Tom Hanks after he found out he was on Epstein's list.
Oh, God! Oh! Fuck!
All right, close the door. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah. You mind dropping me off at a CVS?
Dropping you off.
Well, not, yeah.
BVS.
Making it,
John, I could stop by a CVS.
yeah, my bad.
Old surf rock playing on the radio as he's driving through. Where are you coming from?
Florida.
Doing what? Flying down there? You get hurt?
Yeah, wild shit going on. I mean, you won't hear it on the news. I mean, you know how crazy Florida gets, but fucking shooters left and right. Accidentally.
Shot? You got shot?
Yeah. Keep this between us, though. Florida's
Ooh, God. Okay.
wing me. Accidental and, airport things.
Airport things?
Yeah. You mean you've all this crazy things going on in the country right now? You think they're gonna put that on the news?
Did you go to the cops?
Yeah, I went to the cops. I didn't want to put it on the insurance. You know how bad pilot insurance is?
Dude, you gotta fucking relax. This is crazy. You got shot and you're talking about insurance?
Yeah. I'm not getting paid very well right now.
Oh my God, what do you... Dude.
Not enough about me.
No. Not enough about you.
I've been shot. Enough about me, though. How are you?
He's like, oh, the dogs are crazy.
You got shot. What happened? Look, I'm easygoing, John. You know me. I'm not one to split hairs over stuff, but this kind of seems like a big deal. And if I'm making a big deal about it, you know exactly who's gonna make a big deal about it too.
I know. It was a carjacking.
You got carjacked.
No, I got winged in the carjacking.
Were you doing the carjacking?
No, why would you think I'd be here?
I don't know.
I don't got that kind of pull.
Oh my God. CVS is right here. What do you need? I'll run in for you.
Get me a tight splint, something I could easily hide.
You gotta go to the doctor.
They patched me up.
Okay. All right. Just a knee splint? What? Shin splint?
Shin splint and an ankle splint as well.
Okay.
Gotta keep everything straight.
All right. He gets out of the car, closes the door, and walks into CVS. Comes back out a couple minutes later with a ice cold Pepsi and a shin splint.
Beppish.
A Pepsi.
Pepsi. Here. Who?
Like I said, I got winged. I didn't know shit was gonna go down like that.
Dude.
We're coming out of the airport, and I got winged in a carjacking.
All right, you're talking about it like it's not a big deal. My son was shot.
Look, I'm all right.
Don't be nonchalant about it. That act only lasts so far.
I'm good, Dad.
Are you?
Yeah.
All right, fucking take care of yourself. Jesus Christ, they put you on paid leave at least, right?
For the time being.
Okay, good. All right. You want to go home or you want dinner? You want to go grab something to eat?
That'd be nice.
All right. Making your way, having dinner with your dad, spending some time. He is uncharacteristically concerned and like pushy about what has happened with you.
Yeah.
And it's unlike your dad. Your dad, for the most part, is like, he's your dad, but like,
yeah,
he doesn't tend to dig too deep in stuff, but he seems to be genuinely concerned.
How's Ma?
She's all right. She's asks about you a lot, but you know, I tell her what I can and this and that. You should call her.
She keeping clean?
Yeah, John. She's been doing really good. Like really good. I'm proud of her.
Good.
Like I said, I think you should call her.
It's been a while.
I know, but I think she's earned it. Actually, maybe it's good if you don't. Because I think the only reason that she's doing this is... What do I know?
I get it.
Finishing up your dinner, getting back in the car. You want me to drop you off at your house?
Yeah. Let me just make sure this is taut before I go in.
Okay. Driving over back to your house. He helps you kind of tighten up the edges of the splint a little bit and, you know, fixes, it goes basically underneath your pant leg, and he kind of gives you a nod. All right, John. Just be careful, okay?
It's good to see you, Dad.
You too.
You give him a big hug before I hobble out of it.
Mm-hmm. And he kind of holds on for an extra beat, 2 beats. Let's go, and you get out, and you can see him like smiling. Close the door, make your way upstairs.
Yeah.
All right. Walking in.
Hey, I'm home.
Shouting to an empty apartment.
Lar?
No response.
Fuck. And I go to text her.
Mm-hmm. Take out your phone.
Yeah.
Text her.
Anything else on the phone?
No other messages.
Hey, I'm home. Let me know when you're on your way back.
Okay. That was sent. And another message comes back to you from her that says, driving home now.
Awesome.
What do you do?
First, I kind of kick my feet up on the couch, turn on the news, and see, actually, I go to the computer, and I'm trying to see if there's any news on where we actually were.
Chicago?
Chicago.
Okay. Diving into any kind of news reports from Chicago. Doesn't seem like there's anything that comes up that's of note for you. You don't notice any kind of mentions of Charles Winston or that particular area or anything like that. But you do hear the door open, turn around to see Laura step in. She looks at you. She's wearing her stewardess, like flight attendant get up, and she gives you a smile. Glad you're home.
Yeah. So am I. I tripped and fell. Hurt my ankle. It's a little roughed up. So no jobs for a little while.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. Yeah. How bad?
I can't fly unless it's a 2-seater. The air coupe, you remember?
Yeah.
We flew one of those before?
Do you remember?
It's been a while, but yeah, if I can, maybe I'll see if we can get one for the time being.
Well, listen, pop up on the couch. I was gonna order some Chinese food or something.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Okay. So that night does pass. She doesn't pry too much into your injury, but she does notice that you're keeping your foot elevated, and she does order Chinese food. Anything else that you do this first night?
No, nothing in particular.
Okay. All right. So how do the next 5.5 months go? What do you want to do specifically, and what do you think the overarching kind of idea is?
So I kind of want to stay on the case.
How so?
For one, I'm looking into the cults of Chicago during this time, and then if I do receive any jobs in that time frame, I imagine they've held off for 2-3 months. I'm hoping I can have a conversation with somebody.
Well, the thing with the jobs now became less of them reaching out to you and more that you would have to reach out to them.
Oh. Yeah,
You know,
as soon as I'm
you remember
healed
that?
up. Yeah. As soon as I'm healed up to the point where I'm comfortable enough to fly again.
Well, we have to take this a little bit slow.
Yeah.
So, first of all, I imagine that there is going to be some semblance of you having to go to the doctors, do your follow-ups, do all that stuff, right? And then if you really do want to stay on the case, that's going to be your entire thing.
Yeah.
You can't really do any kind of side stuff or anything else. That's going to take up your whole 5.5 months. So it's up to you to really do what you want to think what you really want to do. But for the most part, like I said, you are going to have to do those follow-ups and really figure out what's going on with your leg.
All right, I head over to the nearest Medcare. Minute Care. And pay everything out in cash and try not to give my name as much as possible.
Okay. All right. So for the sake of brevity, you go through this process. You find out the following. You have a fractured tibia. Healing timeline is probably going to take about between 5 to 6 months. They take a look at, your wounds and all that stuff. You're going to have your stitches removed in a couple of weeks. And you're also going to have a full cast on your leg, which is going to inhibit you from flying for the next, like I said,
5 to 6 months.
5 to 6 months.
Doc, is there anything I can do to speed this up a little bit?
Yeah, rest and recovery. Just resting, because if you move around too much, you're going to aggravate it, and 5 to 6 months is going to turn into 7 to 8, or even worse. If the bones fuse wrong, you might never be able to use it properly again. Can't mess around with these kinds of things.
There's no way I can get a more mobile cast?
No, unfortunately, it's broken in a couple different places, so we have to do a full cast for it. Whatever happened, I mean, it's completely shattered in like 2 places. He shows you, points over to the x-ray, and you can see your leg, and you can see where the one piece of shrapnel hit and where the other piece of shrapnel hit, and like your tibia is like snapped in both those places. You're lucky we can even heal this from this degree of injury. There's been people who have had this injury and had to have the leg removed.
Fuck.
Whoever handled your primary care right afterwards did a good enough job. No infections, so you're very, very lucky.
Should I be taking anything?
No, what we're doing is we're just giving you the cast and rest. If you want, I might be able to prescribe you some painkillers, but I don't think you're going to need it if you rest properly.
No, I'm good. I'm good, Doc.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna change it from staying on. I'm definitely gonna be doing some research kind of into the cult stuff, seeing if any of that actually pops up in terms of what I knew from the case handoff. Whenever.
Are you staying on the case?
Dad, I need
Yeah, I'm gonna try to, as much as possible, from the sanctum of my home.
All right. Are we going to call that your pursuit
Yeah,
for these 5.5 months?
yeah.
So what are you digging into specifically?
So I want to see if there's been any cult-like activities happening in the Chicago area from the time that we left, or maybe even a month prior, to, I guess, whatever day. Whenever Laura's not home, I'm doing all of this research. Similarly, any weird kind of outskirt-ish like posts on like Reddit and being like, hey, Chicago, and seeing if any information popped up regarding Delta Green or the Dead Man Switch or the program. I'm kind of using obscure language as I'm searching for this to try and keep it under the radar, so to speak.
Okay. Are you looking into Charles Winston at all?
Here and there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, every month or so I'm kind of reading into, is there any obituaries, any news from Chicago in terms of Charles Winston.
Okay.
All
right, so you're beginning that endeavor. The one thing that I will say is Laura does come in, sees that you have a full cast on your leg, and says, I thought you just tweaked it.
Yeah, I went to Minute Care and fuck, I got x-rays. Apparently I broke it.
Oh my god.
Snapped it in half. I don't even know how I'm walking on this thing, or how I got here walking on this thing.
Okay, well, I am at your beck and call. Listen, I got PTO. I'm going to take some time off.
All right.
Take care of you, whatever you need, okay?
All right. I appreciate that.
She kind of babies you throughout this whole process, brings you meals, helps you out, helps you shower and stuff like that.
She jerk him off?
She jerks you off. She's very caring. And it's nice to kind of be doted on in that capacity. So, a couple of the stuff that you find in your investigation. First of all, it is not difficult. Probably 2 or 3 weeks into your investigation, you see an article talking about ex-FBI agent Charles Winston, suicide in his home. There is a reference in the bottom that says, Charles Winston is currently under investigation by the DEA for a methamphetamine drug ring in and around the Chicago area.
Let's fucking go, dude. That's what I'm talking about. That's a program pound.
A quote from Winston's wife, Barbara, reads, I never expected it.
I had no idea.
Winston leaves behind his wife and 2 children.
And child survival. Oh, mission success.
Well, for now.
Yeah, I breathe a sigh of relief once I read all this information.
Next couple of months go by and you're still digging into this. You see no more mentions of Charles Winston, nothing about any kind of book or anything that he plans on publishing, leading you to believe that the Dead Man Switch was indeed a bluff. You also, in any kind of investigation into the program or Delta Green, find absolutely nothing. Not even a errant post on 4chan, not a mention in a comment on Reddit, nothing. Anything else specifically? Oh, the cult activity. You do not see any mention of any kind of cultist activity in and around the Chicago area shortly after, during, or even leading up to your visit there. Nothing at all.
Hey, Laura, I mean, I know I've been having problems with my phone. You mind us going to the Tar Mart and grabbing a one with minutes on there? See if that'll work?
I don't think that the burner phones have any more coverage than...
I don't... Something's fucking weird with this thing, but just to have it. Just in case.
Sure. Yeah, whatever. I'll go... I can... Don't... You don't have to move. I'll go pick them up. You just want... You just want, like, a...
Just so I can talk to you.
All right. Cricket Wireless or something, or...
That... whatever you think is right.
I've never bought a burner phone, John.
Grasshopper Wireless?
Grasshopper Wired.
She runs out and comes back with...
Spricket.
With a Spricket Wireless. She comes back with a flip phone with minutes on it. Is this what you're looking for?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, sure. Yeah.
You have your number saved in there?
Yeah, here, I'll just set it up for you. Fine, John, I'll fucking do everything. She takes the time, turns it on,
Laura.
activates it, does this, does that, puts her number in there, hands it back to you.
I appreciate it, Laura.
Yeah. Anything else that you're looking into during your investigation?
No, and no mentions of from on this other job during this time. Nobody's, yeah, never mind.
No, nobody's reached out to you. So, 5.5 months go by. Your cast is finally removed and you feel fully healed. Now, just to make it clear, it fucking sucks for like the first 2-3 months. The cast is itchy and it hurts, and if you put any kind of pressure on it, you like have to sit down like flat on the ground. This is the most pain that you have ever felt in your entire life, and this healing process is excruciating. But eventually you get through it. They take secondary x-rays, and it looks like you have healed fully. Ahead of schedule as well. You think maybe it took you maybe like 5 months and about a week before you're out of the cast. And then also, because this amount of time has gone by, make sure that you heal yourself up to full. So you are all set there. It does also strike you that at some point you would have to pick up your plane that you left in Philadelphia. And you've been checking in on it and like paying for it to kind of, or, you know, having it taken care of to be like kept there. But now that your leg is like fully healed at this point, you have a feeling that like now would probably be a good time to pick it up.
Yeah, I call Eddie.
Call Eddie?
I call Eddie.
Pilot Walker, as I live and breathe.
It's good to hear your voice, man. How you doing?
Good to hear yours. Where the fuck have you been?
Fuck, man. You know how busy it's been?
I don't. I've been flying maybe, oh my god, once every 2 months or something? And not far either.
Honestly?
Dude, I've been going to Pittsburgh and back like 8 times. There's jack shit in the air these days.
Fuck, man. You going to Philadelphia anytime soon?
Yeah. I'm actually going to Philly in 3 days.
You want to just drop me off?
Oh my god, yeah. I get to have my fucking co-pilot back? Let's do it.
Well, I'm not going to be much of a co-pilot. I'm splitting it up right now.
Oh.
I just got out of there. It's been a while. I might be a little rusty.
Whatever. Yeah, let's do it. Just meet me at the terminal.
You want to grab a beer?
Before? Or now?
Right now.
No. I got paperwork I gotta do. We'll catch a beer in Philly.
Alright.
Hangs up. A couple days go by. Reconnect with him. You guys meet up at the terminal, and he's wearing his, pilot uniform. He's got his hat, and he always keeps, like, the creases in his hat real tight. And he looks at you as you walk up, gives you a nod.
I'm very disheveled relative to how he looks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. To the skies?
You know it.
All right, let's do it. We're gonna run through and he's like talking as you guys are walking, like run through pre-flight. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna blah, 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 blah. And he's kind of talkative. He's kind of happy to talk to you again. You guys get on the plane. Takeoff procedure engages. He flicks the switches. Take to the skies. Short flight. Land in Philly. Touchdown. He looks at you. So are you gonna take the plane now, or do you want to grab a beer?
Let's grab a beer.
You're gonna drink beer before?
No, I'm not gonna. Look, I'm gonna hang out for a couple hours. We'll be fine.
I don't really give a shit what you do. Let's go. Walks off out the tarmac, hitting up a Chili's, sharing a couple drinks. So where have you been flying? You said you haven't done it in a while. What the fuck are you doing?
I went to Florida for a bit. Went to Chicago for a bit. I mean, I wasn't flying, but busted up my ankle coming down the stairs. Fucking tripped down the escalator. Kid got me.
Well, as long as you're doing good, I'm glad.
Yeah, it's good to see you, man. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's good to see you too. All right, I gotta get off. I'm just picking up something here and I'm heading back, okay?
All right. We'll stay in touch, man.
Please do. I'll see you, John.
Hey, Daddy.
Walks away. Heads out back to the tarmac, back to his plane. And what do you do?
I hop into the jet.
Your Golf?
Yeah.
Okay.
And just listening for any odd frequencies or any just kind of the frequencies I would be used to hearing on operations.
Mm-hmm. Sitting down. It's currently Tuesday, November 5th. You hear coming in almost as if your butt, or almost right when your butt hits the seat. Oscar, Papa, Echo, Romeo, Alpha. Information uploaded to your nav to arrive tomorrow, 8 p.m., Wednesday, November 6th, Maryland Live Casino and Hotel, Sports and Social Bar. And that too is the instructions given to the three of you at the end of your vignettes, through Pierce seeing the light, Gauze getting information from a church, and Garfield getting a parking ticket. All of you are instructed to arrive at Maryland Live Casino and Hotel, 8 o'clock p.m. tomorrow, Wednesday, November 6th. Anything else that you do before you take off?
No, I actually catch a motel room for the night. Text Laura.
In Philly?
Yeah.
Okay. Text Laura on your phone or your burner?
Burner.
On your new burner. What does it say?
New job. Be back in a week or two.
Okay. So, everybody else receiving that news, starting with Gauze, letter comes in the mail. What do you do before you take off?
Say it's what is it, like a Sunday weekend? Say people are home.
No, it's a Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah, it's Tuesday, November 5th.
Guess I'll shoot the wife a text. Thanks, she's at work.
Well, so normally they say like ASAP or whatever. This one says tomorrow 8 p.m. So you got some time.
Oh, okay, so like once everyone's home,
Yeah.
at dinner, I'll say, hey, that raise came in, more responsibility came in too. It's been a while, but I gotta go back out. Hopefully we get another bonus.
Yeah.
Maybe go on a trip or something with that.
He's dying to go to he wants to go. There's a lake or something somewhere he's been talking about.
Yeah.
Fishing. Yeah. I mean,
Okeechobee?
Yeah, Lake Okeechobee.
Oh yeah, Lake Okeechobee.
Yeah, there's some walleye in there. Yeah, you know what? We'll get one. As soon as I'm back, I'll let you know. And then
Pack a bag.
pack a bag, pack 2 bags, clothes and
Doctor bag.
doctor bag, and yeah, that's it.
Gallion.
Has her job situation improved over the last 5 months?
She has been actively seeking employment and not found anything yet.
Gotcha.
It's almost at the point where she is so frustrated with you checking in and asking about it, but she's also frustrated with herself not being able to find stuff. She complains a lot about staffing issues and no place is hiring.
All right, I got it. All right. I got this one in the bag. I imagine I saw the light while I was showering.
Yep.
So while we're laying in bed, 8:30, 9 o'clock, I'm on the phone. I'm going to look over, see what she's doing. She's probably scrolling her phone too.
She's reading her iPad. She's reading a book.
Cool. I'm going to go into the settings, test out my own ringtone.
Okay.
It's weird. Get up out of bed. Go out into the hallway. Hello? It's a little late. Oh. That's interesting. What's the pay? Well, how many days a week are we talking? It's not too bad. It's only night classes. Yeah. No, I would love to. Yeah. No, I appreciate the offer. Thanks. All right. I'll talk to you. Hang out. Come back in.
She's sitting on the edge of the bed,
Yeah.
almost as if she was listening to the conversation. And she's looking at you.
Yeah, I just got a call from Doc. Apparently, a friend of his is going out on paternity leave. He's a part-time professor at Johns Hopkins down in Maryland.
Okay.
Right outside of Baltimore. They're just looking for an interim professor for, the next semester. I couldn't remember. It would only be a couple night classes a week. He said I just have to go down there and, an interview and get familiarized with the curriculum and stuff like that. But might be a little extra income, and it's only a couple nights a week.
Maryland's not far at all.
No, not at all. I could probably get down there in 2 hours. It could even be like get off my shift at the university, head down there, and I mean, I'd still be home in time to get in bed.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. He didn't specify how many days a week it's going to be, but he did say I need to go down there.
We'll just go there and like find out at least what the deal is.
Yeah. He said I could head down there. He said I could either go tomorrow night, or I could go Thursday, but I'd almost rather go tomorrow and knock it out. I basically just need to get familiarized with the curriculum, check in with the professor, see how he handles it. Sounds like it's a part-time gig for him too, so it's only a couple nights a week.
Sounds awesome. And Pierce, we need the money.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'll head down there straight from work tomorrow, and I'll keep you updated. If I get tied up there, gets a little bit, convoluted, I'll probably get a hotel for the night or something, but I'll keep you updated.
Okay, awesome. Sounds good.
Cool.
To also say, Gauze, you were provided a plane ticket.
Okay.
Gallion, you were not provided a plane ticket at all.
No, I'd probably take, if it's Philly to Baltimore, I'd probably take the train.
Yeah, train or drive or whatever the case.
Yeah.
Do you even have a car? I don't even know.
He does not have a car.
Yeah. Garfield, you got a ticket on your car with instructions to pick up stuff from a P.O. box. In there is instructions, like I mentioned, Maryland Live Casino and Hotel, 8 p.m. tomorrow, Wednesday, November 6th, Sports and Social Bar, but you're not provided a plane ticket. What do you do?
I got my car.
Are you leaving immediately or waiting? Because you're supposed to be, it says you're supposed to be there 8 o'clock tomorrow, and it's like 5 o'clock the day before. So
I just let Grizz know I'm leaving tomorrow in the morning.
Gotcha.
I know they let night workers drive.
He's like, where you going?
Back to business.
All
I'll
right.
be going for a little.
Okay, all right. I'll feed the cats.
Thanks.
Take it easy, Vin.
You too, bud.
So, with G-Cell making their way for their next night at the opera. That's where we're going to pick up next session.
Fucking scream, bro. Don't whisper out.
Thank you for listening to this installment of 12 Gauge, a Nasty Table production.